Hello everyone. It is August 24th at 8:34 a.m. Normally I'd be doing this at 9, but there's a lot of people mowing. And yeah, so I'm down there. I just don't want to get in this way. And all that, so I'm going to end this walk a little bit earlier than usual. You know? I'm in the tunnel thingy. The underpass, one of them. And yeah. I don't know no stomach issues. I woke up at 7 and I immediately got dressed and just ran out the door after I took a little quick wee. I probably should have stayed and see if I need to do a doo-doo. Yeah, probably should have. But yeah, it's only like, it's in the 60s right now. It was really nice. I did some jogging. Apparently I'm going up an extreme uphill right now. Yeah, it's a tough tit out here for your boy. Know that? Midterms are coming up, I believe. I haven't really been looking at politics for like the last month or two. And all of that. So I don't really have much to say about that, except for the ads I get when I'm watching videos and stuff. It's nice to be walking in this temperature. It actually feels really nice. I've barely sweated. The only times I have when I was on the flood wall and when the sun was directly hitting me on it. No surprise there. And it's also when I was jogging as well with all of that. So, you know, obviously it's gonna hurt a little bit in that case. But yeah, freaking, when I was sitting on a bench earlier, since I sat on like 2 different benches usually during this walk and all that, but obviously I didn't go as far for the second one today. A cicada fell on me. It scared me a little bit, but I immediately knew what it was and all that. I pray that this temperature is enough to kill mosquitoes, but I don't know. Honestly, it would be a fucking blessing if it was. Like, I can't wait till it's like consistently this temperature of my walks, because obviously it's going to be a lot easier. No surprise there. If it's easier, your boy can walk longer. I'm currently on Twitch, which I believe is in the description below. If not, twitch.tv/icedrf rockets1. Yeah, same thing as YouTube channel, believe it or not. You'll probably find me playing Enlisted now. I'll be streaming when this video's live, or about to be streaming. It depends on what happens tomorrow. Right now, my current streaming schedule is 12 to 2 and all that. I am planning to do 10 to 12, which is going to be a little bit hard on Mondays, and even 8 to 10, which that one's going to be bananas to try to pull off on any day that I walk. I could probably not do it on Mondays, like definitely on Fridays if I rush myself. But yeah, freaking, it's going to get crazy. Now, I don't know if I told about this last time, but no, I definitely did. With the guy who streams snipes and all that. I'm going to start dissecting matches with him and all that. I saw like that one video works. I don't know if I'll continue to work on it or upload it, because of course he has since admitted to it and all that. And the video was supposed to be more or less proof that he is doing it, so that that people aren't cracking it out. But there's some things I realized just yesterday when it came to this guy and all that, because he's still doing it to this day. He's just going to obviously say he's not stream sniping. He just happens to play the game for 2 to 3 hours, doesn't play it for 3 to 4 hours, gets on for one match at the same time as me, and then proceeds to not play for another 3 hours. You know, just little coincidences like that consistently. It could be a coincidence, but he kind of showed his hand on something. So when on Twitch, you can see the viewers who are watching your stream. You can see their names and all that, but that's only if they're logged in. So, what does this mean? Well, my friends, when he admitted to stream sniping, I just realized it. I always look at the lists when I'm fighting, my viewer list, to see if he's in the chat or not. There's a few dead giveaways to it and all that. Since, you know, I'm an adult, I got something called critical thinking skills and all that. And I'm kind of not fucking smooth-brained either, you know? Like, it's like just as easy as putting 1 + 1 together if you just literally put some thought behind this. He doesn't log into his Twitch account. And I don't know if I revealed any of these details, but he freaking comes to my streams and he doesn't log in and watches them. How do I know this? Well, when the day he admitted he stream sniped, I know what match he's talking about because looking at it, I was looking at the viewer list the entire time, or for a lot of the match. He was never in it. He was never in the stream, so which means he's not logging in. He's going directly to my stream to watch it while not logged in and all that and stuff. But there's something that he does do that I don't think he realizes is very fucking stupid, because I can immediately tell and all that. When I am facing this guy, there it says Miyabi. That's not his full tag. That's part of it. This Miyabi guy, I guess not, just there's like tons of Miyabis in Enlisted though. You know, it's like calling someone, oh, it's John. If you don't know the last part of it, it's not really that descriptive. Anyway, this Miyabi guy, every time I start saying, oh, that's a little bit suspicious, that's some interesting gameplay there and all that, anytime I bring up it's him, do you know what happens? He goes and gets one of his friends from this clan I spoke about earlier, and they immediately come into my stream and start watching. What's funny about that though is that even if you don't comment, if you're actively watching the stream and you're logged in, what ends up happening, which is something you're only going to know if you're a streamer, by the way, something that ends up happening is that you can actually see who's on the viewer list. Doesn't matter if they followed you or not. It does not matter. So, what does this mean? The guy he rents to, I'm just going to call him Les. That's part of his name, not his full name. This guy called Les, right? He always comes into my streams and I'm saying, hey, this Miyabi guy is pretty suspicious. He always does. So, let's flip that on its head real quick. He's always logged into his Twitch account and all that. And he really wants to be right. What do I mean by that? Well, something about Les. His in-game enlisted name is different than his Twitch name, for one. So, how do I figure that he is a A1 bullshitter to me? Well, there's a few things that end up going into it. One, he says, oh, the roll call site, there's a roll call site made by it's a third party app, which means a player made it, not the official devs. You can go there, see stats and all that stuff. And one of the things you can see is people who are incognito, what their actual name is. So how did I figured he was bullshitting me in this moment? When I was talking about how the incognito works on the roll call site, he said it doesn't count incognitos if you leave immediately towards your overall thing. That's not how it works. He said he's played a lot of days and all that with being incognito on. The only way that's possible is one of two ways. There's actually only one way that's possible, because I do check his profile like every week to see if he's actually resumed playing or not. And the only way you can do it is if he's on a new account. which is interesting because he hasn't played since July 20th or so, I believe, or June 20th. No, it was July. It was definitely July. And he's saying he plays every single day still and all that, but because he's incognito and he leaves a lot of matches immediately, it doesn't get counted on the roll call site. That's not how that fucking works. The moment you enter a match, it's in Gaijin's system, dude. It's literally in the developer's history because they have to save a fucking replay of the match. You can't, and the roll call site takes directly from that too, by the way. So you can literally see the people who left and who didn't leave. And he's saying, oh, well, does it count if you're incognito? There's only one fucking scenario. One scenario where it does not count you leaving as incognito on your profile. And that's if the server crashes and everybody gets kicked out. So he just wants to be right, essentially. And those kinds of people are really insufferable, right? Because even though I've been checking his profile, I know how the website works and all that, he still insists that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to this. So, like, what the fuck, dude? You know? Because even, like, cause guess what happened to me? Do you know how, there's another way I know he's bullshitting. He says he loads in, he doesn't spawn in, he leaves, it doesn't count as incognito's profile. It's a phone case. Bullshit, I did the same thing and it counts on the website. Because do you know what being incognito doesn't do on the roll call site? Which you would actually know if you'd actually fucking read anything the developer of it said. If you're incognito, it doesn't count against your elo. It doesn't count against your stats. The only thing in terms of ranking that it counts against you and when you're incognito and you leave a match is how many desertions you have. That's it. That's literally it. And I tried telling him that, but he insisted it didn't affect his stats whatsoever. And it doesn't even show it on the profile. That's just physically impossible. That's just physically impossible because, you know, if you're in a match with Gaijin made, you're basically saying Gaijin's own match-making history is fucking unreliable. Which I know Gaijin's a little bit incompetent at some things. And they're great at some things. Keeping track of matches is a little bit better than most companies are. Trust me. Because they have a full replay system. And you're telling me they wouldn't be able to tell you're in a match and left it? Come on, dude. But yeah, it doesn't mean anything if you leave out incognito, because all it does is it increases your desertion rate and all that, which you can see only on the website, by the way. You don't see it in game, too, by the way. The only reason you would actually care about it is if you care what a third-party fucking app tells you, which is sad, which is really sad, because it doesn't count all your games before June 22nd or so. So, you know, or June 20th, it's somewhere around there. Like, he basically played around when it started recording the dates and stopped after like a week or two. But like, it literally doesn't change anything. It just shows you if you desert a lot or not. That's what incognito matters for. And unlike him, I actually did read what the developer said about it. And he said the same fucking thing. If you're incognito, it doesn't count against your elo score. It doesn't count against your stats in any way whatsoever. All it does when it comes to ranking is that it just prevents you from not looking like a perfect desertion kid. It counts desertions. It doesn't matter. If you're in a match and you leave, it counts it. And all that. But back to the other guy, the stream sniper, and why this matters a lot. He has a really big history of wanting to be immediately right and all that, and he doesn't care if he's wrong initially. He really doesn't. He also deletes all his messages too, which to me is a little bit weird, because why would you send a message that you're not confident in if you're just going to delete it later? That's one more Discord thing, because you also talk on Discord sometimes and all that. But I've come to learn to ignore him, because every time I start accusing anyone that he knows of being a stream sniper and stuff, you know what he does? He immediately comes to the stream and is like, oh yeah, I've been watching this entire time. Do you want to know a little secret about that? there's a bench up here. I'm going to see if there's someone at it so I can sit down at it. So I can actually more dedicate time to you guys. So I can tell you just how kind of stupito this man is and all that. So this guy, I'm thinking right now. Thinking. Okay. This guy, every time I start accusing his friends and stuff of coming in here, you know what they do? They go tell him to come in and talk to me. And Miyabi even went so far as to apparently asking Les here to actually come tell me that Miyabi himself was stream sniping. He confessed it to Les and wanted him to tell me, which even further proves my point, because all the people I say is stream sniping, which again, it's very fucking obvious, because guess what? Q sniping is a form of fucking stream sniping. Just because you disagree doesn't make it a fact. Q sniping is like the pettiest form, like least offensive form of stream sniping, but it's still stream sniping nevertheless. So when I was doing my due diligence over here and all that, you know, I was that's a good walking actually. When I was doing my due diligence as a streamer, he always comes in after I accuse one of his friends of being a stream sniper and all that. And perhaps it's hacking, but, you know, I still have opinions on that, but I don't think they are. I think they just stream snipe, really. And he always says, oh, they're innocent. Yeah? Well, why is it the one time I told you to look at the full... He didn't look at the full replay of the match either, by the way. I told you guys this, like, a few weeks ago. How, the entire match that we had, I looked at the replay. I looked at it the entire time and compared it to my replay, my side, and I knew immediately he was stream sniping, because I know how good players play. The way he playing was directly throwing the team and going straight for me, and it's very obvious. So when I freaking was looking at it and stuff, you know, I said, you know what? That's when I made a video, and guess what? When I finally said I compared both sides, and I have it in an editor right now, both videos spliced up, that's when Miyabi confessed. So here's the weird thing about it. Nameless, Mr. Les, also nameless, because he doesn't have a name, he did something interesting. He doubled down that Miyabi was innocent of stream sniping. He doubled down and all that. And this isn't the first time where he said stuff and I'm just like, what the fuck are you actually talking about when it comes to my beef with several people? Because he didn't look at the full replay. I asked him if he looked at the full replay, as I told you guys last time, didn't look at it. Well, he looked at it and was like, oh yeah, looking at the replay, it's obvious he was stream sniping. If you're going to refute something, at least look at the entire fucking match, please and thank you, dude. Like, he legitimately went out of his way to say Miyabi was innocent without looking at the entire match. And when I asked him if he looked at the entire match, he just left stream. He didn't talk to me. Oh yeah, and another fun thing. Every time I accuse his friends of stream sniping, not only does he only come in for like, he only comes in for a few minutes. Because he comes in, sees if I'm talking shit, and if he does, he defends it. If I'm not, he leaves. He leaves. He says he's always watching me and all that. He says he just happened to pop in at Twitch at noon. My new time, it came to me. Like, my brother in fucking Christ, you only appear in the viewers list after I accuse one of your friends of being a stream sniper. And because I know your friends are watching, because Miyabi admitted to it when he was in my stream, when he wasn't viewable on the friends list, not friends list, view list. Fuck. I saw it. having a bench down here, and I can like collect my thoughts like a few seconds here, and I can explain how fucking obvious it is when Mr. Les here gets called to the rescue. Finally sitting down. Fuck. So, what ends up happening is this. When I'm in a match with one of those friends for incognito, I'm like, I think it's this person. Could be stream sniping, could not be. If I accuse him of it, because I don't always do it, or if I do, I usually do it as like a one-off, instead of multiple times. He comes into the stream, and he's like, oh yeah, I heard what you said and all that. I did lay out some bait for him a few streams ago that I remember. And I'm very happy about it too. So what ended up happening was that I was talking about Miyabi stream sniping here, right? And I mentioned how I was worried that because this clan, his clan that he plays with and all that, is associating with him, and there actually are stream sniping, that the clan's going to be falsely attributed to supporting stream sniping, basically. He came in and asked, why am I accusing them of stream sniping or supporting it? Do you see how dumb that is? I was literally saying, hey, I think you're associating with a stream sniper and you should stop because it might ruin your fucking reputation. Because he could be a stream sniper. I got a video on the way to prove it. And he goes, why are you accusing us of supporting it? That doesn't sound like he was watching my stream. You know, he claimed he was the entire time. And all that. So yeah, he can't stomach being wrong. He literally cannot stomach being wrong. Unless he's shown proof and all that. Like, even though in that one moment I showed concern, it's very clear someone went, because I know one of their guys, I'm going to call him K. K has confirmed he does stream snipe in the group. And he was in the stream. And every time some shit pops up, they always go ask Les here to come in and speak with me and all that. They never do it themselves, which is... Really? But I know why. I said it on stream before. Because if I'm accusing them of stream sniping, right? And they come into my stream, end of the match, mid-match. Because now I'm only accusing them mid-match. I'm not doing it at the beginning, I'm not doing it I'm doing it in the middle of the match now. For an explicit reason. If they come in my chat on Twitch while I'm accusing them of stream sniping, and at the end of the match asking why I'm accusing them, you get fucking caught red-handed, because the only time I mentioned it was middle of the match. So the only way you could possibly know is accusing of stream sniping is if you're watching me. And that's an issue. You know why that's an issue in Enlisted? There's several things that you can't know until they're spotted or you hear them. Planes have a distinctive sound. Tanks have a distinctive sound. Hammering stuff has a distinctive sound. So there's a reason why I don't really play vehicles anymore. Since like a month or two ago. And it's for this reason right here. When I would spawn in as a tank, I know Les was also stream sniping me, but he doesn't seem to think it was. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm watching you. I'm just having your audio on while you're playing. You're fucking stream sniping. Because I can't play a fucking tank around you. Because a tank has a very fucking distinctive audio. So when you're listening to my stream, and I'm in a fucking tank, the moment I get a tank, you're gonna hear the tank sound. You're gonna know a fucking tank spawned. You're stream sniping at that point with audio. But he doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to admit it. I know he's not doing it intentionally. I know he's not, and he's stopped doing it too. And all that, thankfully. So I'm not even going to accuse him of it. It's just, it was unintentional stream sniping. But that's why I can't play engineer either. Tank, plane, because they all have distinctive sounds, man. Same with APCs and bikes. They all have distinctive sounds. Like, if you hear fucking engine starting, you're going to be looking at vehicle spawn if you want kills and stuff. That's a free vehicle. That doesn't know you're there. And you know they're there, guaranteed, because you hear it off my stream. But, anyway, back to Miyabi here. Every time I accuse him of stream sniping, Nameless isn't in the chat, but the moment it ends, it's like, you know, the moment the match ends, Nameless is in the chat. Like, come on, make it less obvious, dude. Like, if I'm, like, I know I'm harping on this today. I like talking, I like hearing my own voice. I'm not gonna lie sometimes, and this is definitely a case of it. It's just gonna be talking about the last 6 minutes we have of this. But like the fact that Miyabi has now, I know for a fact he comes into my streams not logged in on Twitch, so I can't see his name. He also goes to Nameless here, Mr. Less. Even just saying Nameless, you still want to know because it's like a really weird spelling, honestly. You'd literally only know if you knew the dude, kind of thing. He would go to Les here and ask him, hey, go tell this iced guy that I admit I was stream sniping and I'm sorry about it and stuff. If you're gonna admit that you're streaming, and guess what, and Les actually turned him down. Miyabi had to come and do it himself, because I think Les knows here that if he came in by himself, I just wouldn't believe it. I absolutely would not believe it, because it's so fucked to, like, here's what I don't like about these guys who do this shit. They're willing to come into my stream that I do every day. Right now it's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. if you guys want to check it. They come into the stream, they load up specific gear relevant to my ranking, they wait until I queue up to queue up with me, they fucking relentlessly stream snipe me in a match, and they don't want to come into fucking chat and apologize when I've caught them red-handed. They want someone else to come tell them to do it. And when Miyabi came to me and said sorry, I immediately told him I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe him, because I know he's done it more than once. It's just that the one time that I fucking saw it on the replay, because I really thought it was extremely suspicious, because that match was harping on me for like a week before I decided to look at the replay fully. Only when I finally said I'm making a fucking comparison video did he admit to it. Like, come on, dude. Be less obvious about it at least. Like, fuck. You know? Ay, man. It's really annoying, though. We get these people who are willing to do all this bullshit and they won't say sorry to you. They want someone else to say it. And it doesn't work. You can't have someone else say sorry for you and expect it to, like, the fucking work. If you're sorry, say it yourself. You're not in danger. Like, you literally live in Europe. I live in America. What danger could I have except I'm not accepting it to your face? Because I don't accept this apology. I told him I don't accept it. I'm not going to ever accept it. You wanna know why? Because this dude initially came into my chat. We fought each other 2 times. He came into my chat, right? And he fucking was like, yo, we fought a few times. He was friendly with me. And then he fucking stream sniped me afterwards, after being friendly with me? Are you serious, dude? He also stream sniped with someone else, too, by the way. And stuff. Like, there's like it's actually a small group of stream snipers. It's just that in the case of Miyabi here, he doesn't fucking hide it well. The other guy, I did actually see a replay of it at the very end, how he bolted for me in a position he should not have known I was on. So it can be very obvious when people are doing things and they don't think it is. Now, why am I catching it and they're not catching it at all? I stream. Like, I'm literally just more active. Like, I stream, which means I know what... And I've been playing the game for, like, almost a year now. I've been playing it since December of... last December. So, when I play against people, I played for, like, months and stuff. And you know what's weird? I faced all these players ranging from fucking terrible to... Fuck, that's a mosquito. Fucking hell. Ranging from terrible to fucking amazing. Got him that time. I realized that only really are these small group of people the ones who straight up gotten for me. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to keep a little space because I'm going to be spammed with, oh, you need glue. Yeah, trust me. You know, like, I've played enough of the game to know what actual good gameplay looks like and what fucking sweaty fucking stream sniping looks like, dude. Like, it is very fucking obvious, honestly. My fucking mosquito. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.